Hello and welcome once again to the Lifestream Lockdown and Dunreen campaign. I'm your DM Hesper, and tonight we're joined by Kados,
Hello, my name is Kados. I play Rain.
Lonnie,
Hi, it's Milani. I play Rue.
Did you have to try to remember which character,
I
Lonnie?
almost said Fruit Squish.
That would have been great. Anyway, so and Fugi,
I play Remy, the barbarian.
and Aster,
Hi, I'm Soaking Wet, and I'm playing Ryan Despero, the noble ninja.
and we also have both Bubba and Khaleesi listening in. Anywho,
I miss Dunson.
I miss Dunson. Well,
He'll be back
eventually,
next week.
yeah, I was gonna say eventually one of these times he will be back.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
hey,
figured,
we still have squeakers, right?
Yeah, you guys still have squeakers.
Okay.
He's been hanging out in probably Remy's backpack or whatever with R.
feeding him cheese, please.
But anyways, so last time, you guys started out in front of the Keep of Dunreen, making your way in back to the Grand Chambers once again with the I guess you could call it the ruling council. Um, the only one who wasn't there was Archmage Grand Croix. Other than that, the other seven were there. As you guys stood around awkwardly for a while, them sitting there, you guys standing there in dead silence until a little bit of an awkward reintroduction, but after which the keeper of the records basically went through all the old business, which was very daunting and boring for you guys, um, and proceeded to go on to new business, in which you asked if you guys can get access to the ledgers. Doing so, you guys made your way up one of the towers, and Ryan coming face to face with his, I guess, probably newly found nemesis of Gasket Brook. Basically said that you guys had to fill out a whole bunch of paperwork, and Ryan, mentally kind of going into some kind of haze or something, just agreed and came walking out with about 11 to almost a foot tall worth of stack of paperwork. After which case, you guys tried to tell, or you tried to tell the keeper of the records that something weird's happening. In which case, you got kind of an automated robotic response from them of everything's fine, making you guys a little suspicious about what's going on now. Eventually, making your way back to the Grand Hall, you guys Ryan decides to talk to Winterpelt and Peacewood, and decide to go to the dining hall to discuss the issues of somebody seeming to be brainwashing the keeper of the records. In which case, both Rain and Rue ended up following. Remy kind of stayed there at the doors to the Grand Hall. As you guys, as Ryan started talking to these two, once again, kind of got more of these robotic responses. Um, Deciding to smack Winterpelt and throw water on Peacewood kind of caused them to be a bit outraged, causing both Rue and Rain, along with the guards there in Dunreen, to essentially come into this chamber to find out what's going on. Ryan, using his his old god powers of speaking in people's minds, told Rain to essentially, try to cast Dispel Magic on one of them. Rain choosing to cast Dispel Magic on Peacewood seems to basically win her eyes. She seemed to reel in pain and start showing severe syndromes of people who have caught this plague disease. Possibly, from what you guys are understanding now, it could be some kind of curse. Not entirely sure exactly what it is, but something going on that just really went to town and ended up killing her.
I'm just so
Thanks
happy
to
that after 20 episodes, we finally found where the plot was.
well, anywho, um,
It's a very new thing. A lot of research having to do, and took a while.
anywho, so after you guys, after this, using, um, convincing the rest of the council to allow Rue to basically cast a raised dead spell um, that the court seemed to be willing to pay. Um, Eventually, going through and having the curse effect removed from her, and after an hour raising, managed to raise Peacewood. During which time you guys got a little interrogated by the Grand Judge and Archmage Grandcois. Archmage Grandcois, by the way, showing a little bit of his interesting and unique magic that you guys have never seen before, like being able to essentially read somebody's spell casting history. Um,
Please delete my spellcasting history before I die. Or after I die.
as you guys go through and discover that the pendant that Peacewood was wearing, along with other objects that are on the rest of the council, seem to be somewhat protected, but fortunately, um, Rain's magic was strong enough to bypass this detection and essentially find hints of glowing necrotic magic on different items, including Peacewood's pendant, which, when the remove curse was cast, turned the blackened ash. As soon as Peacewood came back to the mortal realm, she seemed to have issues as she continued to scream and such until she was calmed with another magic spell. Um, After which, Ryan once again trying to use Awaken Mind to figure out some more information, but kind of went a little weird as he got sort of hellish visions instead, as he tapped into her mind to, I guess, relay messages or whatever. And the group deciding to head back after such events and being dismissed from by the council due to the council probably being a little shooken and shooken by this turn of events. Basically headed back to your room and waited until about dinner time to have dinner and proceeded to fill out paperwork while Remy tried to failingly teach Nervy not to steal shiny things. After which case, you guys decided after getting through. Oh, I want to say you guys probably got through like 3/4 of an inch worth of the 11 inches of paperwork. Like, well, not 3/4 of it, but like 3/4 of an inch. So like barely anything. you guys decided this could possibly just be a distraction, and decided maybe you guys would go see Peacewood. Taking a stroll about town, you guys head towards the Peacewood Manor, in which case you guys stop by some guards for a little bit. Though asking, posing certain questions don't seem to get the same kind of automated response that you were getting from inside the keep. Possibly showing that the influence might just be in the keep for all you know. Uh, as you guys continue to make your way and eventually find yourselves outside the Peacewood Manor, which is a fairly nice sized home. As I described before, it has a kind of a stone wall around the out, kind of around it, um, with a bit of yard. You can kind of consider it that way. And essentially, what would be a house for like anywhere from 2 to 4 families in any of the other parts of the district is obviously just for this family, um, or whoever else is also here in the you know in the Peacewood Manor. As this is where we'll pick up
All right, I got 11 minutes and 40 seconds. Did anybody have 11 minutes 40 seconds?
for what?
Your synopsis.
I'm sorry. I
No, I
lot-
knew this was going to be a long one. So
a lot happened. So
yeah. Woo. Okay. So we are in front of Peacewood's abode, right?
correct. You're in front of the Peacewood Manor. I guess technically I should be having you guys on this instead of that, so you guys can kind of see where you are. You guys are
Yeah, geez,
over in that
spoilers.
area. Yeah, not quite inside yet.
Where is it at?
Yeah.
It's
Here.
yeah, right in that area.
So I will give let's say the friendliest knock I know how to give.
Okay.
A little musical.
Okay.
I need to
You
hear that. I need to hear that knock, Aster.
No way.
you start
Actually, my microphone won't pick it up.
you start knocking on the metal gate outside as it just kind of rattles.
Oh, geez. Okay, I thought we were like Hesper. You tricked me again.
Well, you are outside the abode. You're just not outside the front door. It doesn't seem like anybody heard you.
Okay, is there I don't know a speaker I can talk into? Does she have a ring?
No, there's no kind of anything to pull or anything like that. And it's not a very tall gate. It's probably like neck height. I mean, it's and same thing with the wall. It's not. It's more kind of. I guess you could say decorative rather than like, oh, I must protect my home, keep people out.
Um, I will just ask before we do anything resembling B&E. Is there any way other than vaulting over to get around this gate situation?
I mean, you could just check the gate.
I check the gate.
Okay. Looking around and such, you realize that the gate is not locked. It's just has a kind of like a hinge that holds over to keep the gate in place.
As for you're a bastard, I open the gate.
Okay. Uh, you open up the gate, and now your passageway up to the house is quite clear.
I give it a knock.
All right.
The aforementioned knock.
Right. Walking up to the door this time and making a knock. Uh, Eventually, after a little while, you do eventually start hearing some footsteps coming towards the front door. As you do, the door opens up, and you see a very tall, kind of thin, lathe man, very kind of nice servant-esque like clothes. Um, Seems to be, nose pointing up a little bit. Uh, as he slightly opens his eyes and kind of looks down at you guys and goes, "Yes."
It's Jeeves. Okay, so hello, sir. It's a pleasure to meet your acquaintance. My name is Albrecht Muschel. Muschel. I never know how to pronounce that. Anyway, um, there was kind of an incident with Miss Peacewood, and
Yes,
we
you were
kind of just
right.
wanted to check up on her, see how she's doing.
One moment, please. I must go confer with the well, acting lord of the manor, and closes the door. It takes a while. Um, and
Acting Lord of the Manor seems a little concerning.
yeah. Um, After a while, he comes back and he goes, "Yes, well, Lord Peacewood has agreed to meet you, Mister Mushel." As he opens the door and gives you a bow and gestures for your you know uh
Entourage.
yeah, and gesturing for you guys to I basically allowing you guys inside the abode.
I guess we do that.
We go into
Okay.
the abode.
Let's do it.
Okay. As you do, I'll go ahead and switch our picture here. It's like I said, it's a very nice looking house on the inside. Um, uh, you know, f- for the area and stuff like that, fairly well decorated and such. Um, Very Dunreeny with its looks and such. As the servant, butler, whatever you want to call him, uh, grab gets a whole is carrying um he's carrying a yeah, I guess he would be carrying a like a candelabra, and tells you starts proceeding up the stairs, and he goes, "This way, please." Is
I suppose we go.
Okay. Right. Following behind him, he's very stiff, very rigid,
Mm-hmm.
um, with his walking, but he takes very long strides. I mean, you guys are almost kind of like to keep up with him. It's almost like you guys are kind of have to like power walk.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, this guy is like unusually tall for a human. Um, as after a while, eventually you come to the door, and eventually, he stands next to the door, um, and yeah, basically, as he's about ready to say something, a kind of more portly human lady comes out. Once again, more very good looking, uh, nice looking like servant clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Is she comes out, she seems to be holding like a wash basin, wash basin and cloth, and just turns, was closing the door, and starts turning towards you guys. It's just like, oh, I'm so terribly sorry. I'm assuming guests of the Lord and Lady Peacewood. You excuse me, I'll be on my way. And she gives you kind of a, kind of trying to keep a hold of this wash basin, kind of a, a curtsy.
Yeah, I give her a friendly nod or gesture or something.
Okay,
I
and
acknowledge her.
yeah, and she seems, and as soon as she clears out of the way of the door and starts walking down the hall, very opposite of the butler guy, very kind of like bouncy with her steps.
Okay.
Just from what you can tell. Um, your whole way kind of being here, kind of, the kind of the feel of around the house, the mansion or whatever is very kind of solemn and serious, I guess. Considering the events. Um, and the male servant eventually goes, "Yes, well, the lord, and I guess in some sense the lady will see you now. I suggest that you keep your manners about you while in the presence of my lord and lady,
Of
and
course.
actually not my lord and lady, my lady and my lord is what he says. Sorry, got it backwards." And essentially goes through, opens the door and goes, "Yes, we have an Albert Mutual here to see you, my lord." And you kind of see this human male sitting next to the bedside. Nosha Peacewood's hand, and he's holding on to one of her hands, and she's in bed. It's a very nice looking bed, by the way. Seems to be covered in fairly nice sheets and furs and stuff. As he takes one hand off and like motions for you guys to come in. And
Hello. It's I as I walk over to sit down somewhere, I just say like, "Oh, hello. It's so nice to meet you. My name is Albrecht Muschel."
what about the rest of you? What are the rest of you doing? You staying out there? Or you going in?
Oh, I'm gonna go in.
Yeah, going.
Yeah, going.
Okay.
And these
Uh,
are my servants. This is Sophia, Emma, and Hans.
And I
Bow.
bow.
he looks at you guys and gives you a nod and isn't really saying much at this moment. Um, as the servant seems to close the door. But from the way that he's closing the door and such, you would assume he's probably staying outside the door.
Fair enough.
Um, I and you go in. I would say, yeah, there's probably like two other chairs in here. Currently like up against one of the walls and stuff. And like I said, it's very much a bed chambers.
Hmm.
Has the bed. He seems to be sitting in the probably in the room the most comfortable chair. The other ones are kind of very basic. And
Hmm.
the one sitting in is more like possibly a chair that you sit in and read books or just kind of lounge about and such. Um, and dressers and vanity, mirrors, vanity, all that kind of stuff in this room. As he, looking at you, and he goes, "So, what brings you here in an hour of our dire need?" Is you watch him, he seems to be trying to comfort uh Noshia with kind of just stroking her hand and such.
Um, so, um, Lady Peacewood has been through a lot today. We were all present when that happened, unfortunately, and we kind of wanted to uh check up on her, see how she's doing, and possibly ask some questions, just out of curiosity, because there were some weird things that went on earlier today.
Okay. Anybody else wanting to make any kind of contribution to that, or is it just going off of what Aster said?
I'm gonna go off what he said.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I know enough to keep my mouth shut.
Okay. So,
I will press a little further and say Emma here was well she brought Lady Peacewood back from the dead earlier today.
I'll give her a little bow.
you mean him?
Yeah.
She's unconscious.
Oh, yeah, him.
Okay. Like I said before, very like solemn, solemn look and such. Saying that seems to bring a little bit of a smile to his mouth. Um, and gives you a nod and thank you very much for saving her. I don't know what I would do if she would have passed the day.
Of course. Anyone would have done it. Good.
We asked them about just off character, but are we gonna ask them about the trinket that she had?
Absolutely. That was the next thing I was thinking of over like how to ask.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I want you to go ahead and roll me a persuasion check then, Aster.
Okay.
Um, I'm just seeing how open he is going to be to answering your questions.
This is gonna be
11?
great.
Okay.
So close to a 20. It was like rocking back and forth.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you did help your odds, honestly, to tell you the truth, with making the DC a little bit easier
Mhm.
by including the information about,
Yeah.
bringing her back. So, he turns towards you and he's like, "Well, I mean, I will. I can try answering what I know. Um, you know, at least anything that won't bring any harm to our family."
Okay. I'm going to ask you a question first, and it might not make very much sense to you, but I'm just testing something really fast. Um, do you know anything about a Mr. Gasketbrook and his paperwork?
I mean, I know of him. I don't know much else other than that. I mean, my wife is the one that's on the council, not me,
I
and
understand.
I let her keep her business about that, and you know, just only pry into it when she asks me for help. Other than that, I don't really pry much into her court business.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your honesty. Um,
As
we
far as you know.
we
Insight check.
All right, roll me an insight check, Lonnie.
All right. Doing this.
Where's your lie detector? By the way, insight, can be used to detect like motives and stuff, and knowing on how how they would want to be talked to. Yeah, he's very sincere about this. He does not show any kind of signs of lying about this. He generally does not know much other than of Gasket Brook
All right. He's telling the truth this time.
this time.
Okay, do you know anything about a necklace that she wears? You might notice it has gone missing.
Um, are you talking about the I think I said it was silver with like red ruby in it.
I do
remember
remember
right.
the red ruby. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll bring that up. I'll add that to it.
Yeah. I'm just trying to remember myself. I believe that's what I told you guys, is that it was silver with a red ruby in the inside. And he goes, "Are you talking about the silver necklace with the red ruby on the inside?"
That's the one.
Yes, I know of that. Why?
We found need to attempt to remove curses on Lady Peacewood, and when we did so, her necklace went up in a black cloud of smoke. Do you know who gave it to her?
Yes, I do. That necklace was a family heirloom. It's been in the family for generations.
Would anyone else have access to it? Did she take it off at all?
Um, I mean, she takes it off here at home, but other than that, I mean, I don't know if she does over at the keep or not.
Has it gone missing for any amount of time?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. Um so we found what may be other cursed items in the possession of the other members of the council, and we weren't able to get a hold of them or remove those curses. But um when the one around her neck was removed, she started vomiting blood very violently, and appeared to have symptoms very similar to the victims of the plague in town.
So, are you saying that it's not a plague, but it's a curse?
That is what the evidence indicates.
Well, I mean, I don't know who would want to curse her if that's what you're wondering, or the council for that matter.
May I roll insight on that, Hesper?
Go for it. 15.
Yeah.
Telling the truth from what you can tell.
Okay. Uh so I guess I have one more major question here. Um while she was unconscious, she was muttering something about um devils and demons. Do you know of any past experience she may have with creatures of the demonic profession?
Are he seems to be getting a little offended by this, and he's like, "Are you insinuating that my wife here is some kind of cultist or something?"
uh no, more the opposite, possibly a victim of one such cult.
Mm, roll me a persuasion check, real quick.
That's better.
18. Okay, he seems to believe you about this. Um, okay, well, anywho, again, not that I know of. I mean, I don't know why. I don't know how or where she would get mixed up with such a thing. I mean, other than occasionally before all this started, you know, um, you know, going about town, even listening to issues. that others might have to try to uh, better accommodate their lives. Um, other than that, and council work up at the keep, and well, occasional soirees and such. But anywho, other than those, I mean, she didn't travel or anything.
May I roll insight again, Hesper?
Yeah, as far as you can tell, he's telling the truth.
Fair. Okay. Um, I don't have any other major questions for him. Do any of you do? Do any of you, rather?
I don't.
Ladies,
I said I don't.
oh,
No.
you didn't come through.
Okay. Hesper, what's the name of our inn that we've been staying at most recently? I don't remember.
That's the Frost Maiden.
Frost Maiden. I knew it was Frost something. Could you possibly do two favors for me, Lord?
I mean, it depends if they're within my power or not. I mean,
Oh, I assure you they will be within your power. Um, so the things we discussed here today, um, are conjecture, and if well, uh, others heard about them, it might cause a panic or unpredictable things to happen, and we're still trying to get to the bottom of what's going on here. So I would say for the safety of your loved one and yourself, try not to speak of what we talked about today to anyone.
of course, and that won't be an issue. I mean, despite everything going on, I do not want a panic going on, or it could possibly uh, hurt my business as well.
And the other thing is, if you can think of anything else, or if Lady Peacewood wakes up, um, could you drop us a message at the Frost Maiden Inn?
Uh, let's see here. Yeah, that wouldn't be. Um, yeah, I would say that's probably. He goes. Well, like I said, I will try my best to keep that in mind. Granted, with this going on, and not to mention, trying to figure out what to do with my own ventures. Um, I wouldn't assume it would slip my mind to get back a hold of you, but I can, like as I said, I can try to remember to um, inform you if I remember anything, or if uh, the sh- uh, the Showa wakes up.
Out of character,
Or any
Hesper.
thought?
Jesus, what a weird response.
Are you saying my response is weird?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he has a lot going on in his mind and stuff, so.
If you don't mind me asking, sir, what kind of ventures are you a part of here in Dunreen?
Oh, right. So, I'm sorry, but right. Well, Well, first of all, well, I mean, I guess my name now is Mecker Peacewood, but before I was Mecker Warthorn. Um, I come from a wealthy merchant noble family here in Dunreen. Um, and I, despite being, married to, my wife, I still have some stake in running of our family business.
Well, it's always very beneficial when other towns, cooperate with each other in that way. Um, we have a lot in common. I am also a mercantile noble from Tippleslow.
I had a feeling with the name Usual.
So yeah, again, keep us in mind if anything comes up. If you remember anything, or your wife wakes up, anything like that, um, we will be in town for a while still to come.
Okay. Well, like I said, if anything happens, I will see if I can. I'll probably send a courier from our family uh, business. Should anything, should anything newsworthy arise?
All right. Well, thank you so much. If it's okay, we will be taking our leave then.
Okay. Um. Anywho,
Oh, and we
uh,
will all be praying that Lady Peacewood gets better.
well, once again, thank you. Um, like I said, if you do get a hold, if the 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 courier, um, y- you if I mean if and when I do send one, would be coming from the Hollowed Stream company.
Dun dun dun. I recognize that name.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All
Um,
right. Well, very good. We will keep a lookout. Um,
uh,
I guess I start making my way towards the door after a nice bow.
yeah, and as you make your footsteps towards the door, you do hear like the door, opening as if um, the butler guy on the other side was listening in and knew when you were coming.
Yep.
Um, as you guys leave the room, the butler essentially looks back down at you and goes, "If your business is concluded, if you'll follow me, please."
Sure thing.
Okay. And starts making his way towards the door. Anything you want to do to the butler? Say to the butler or anything like that?
Anything you want to do to the butler? Um, yeah. Do we want to give this guy the business too?
Is his name Larch? That's all I want to know.
Uh, well, you'll have to ask him.
Excuse me, sir. What is your name?
My name is Grell.
Grell.
Greg.
Grel.
Okay.
Grail.
Okay. Um, how long have you been I'm sorry if this is uncouth, but how long have you been a servant of the Peacewoods?
All of my life, sir.
Even as a baby?
There we go.
My parents were in service, but have since retired from the uh, service of the Peacewoods, and I continue on in their stead.
So I assume maybe you had a ear to the door before. Do you know anything about the necklace that we spoke of? The one that Miss Peacewood wears with the silver one with the ruby?
As my lord has already told you, it was a family heirloom. Shame about it being disappearing.
This is out of character, but a butler would be like the perfect person
Yeah.
to do something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Can I roll an insight on his
Go for
shame?
it.
What is
Go
that
for
game?
it.
Clue?
Yeah.
It was the butler.
The butler with the pendant.
As far as you can tell, he's telling the truth.
Oh, that's Hesper. uh I will press a little further. Do you know of any reason that when we cast a remove curse spell that the pendant broke apart into black smoke?
Well, I would assume that the culprit did it to hide their tracks.
Do you have any idea who that might be?
I'm sorry, sir, but no.
Okay, Hesper, I need to give you the biggest insight roll of my life.
Alright, go for it.
Oh my god, roll 20. There we go.
Take
Oh
the top.
no!
Okay, it rolled twice. It rolled twice, like at the same time. Okay.
I know, I said I'm taking the top number.
Okay.
So 17. Okay. Give me a second here. Aster fun.
We have Butler with the pendant. We need to know the room of the house.
Let me see here. Give me a second here. Trying to remember how you. Oh, there we go. It's just W. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, there we go.
I
Yeah,
know what's
sorry.
happening.
Be right back.
That's what you're able to glean.
Okay, but what layer of the onion am I on, Hesper? No, I'm kidding. Okay.
Layer of the onion.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, other than that, everything he says seems to be the truth.
Okay. I will just tell him, hey man, mistakes happen. Don't beat yourself up about it too much. Um, Again, if you can think of anything, feel free to track us down and let us know. We're staying at the Frost Maiden.
I will keep that in mind, sir.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We will be leaving now.
Alrighty. So as you guys continue to make your way and exit from the door,
Yeah.
um,
We go
it,
a distance away, and I let my compatriots know it wasn't him. It sure sounded like it was him, but it wasn't him.
Good to know.
Must be someone the family knows, though, because they gave them that jewelry. Or someone that handles their stuff.
Yeah. We need to ask somebody else about their cursed item and see if there's like some deep dark secret from like generations ago, or if this is like a recent thing.
well, what do you guys want to do? I want to say that probably took you probably about 30 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're getting close to curfew, right?
You guys probably got like maybe I would say at best maybe an hour left.
How long does it take to get back?
About 30 minutes. And this seems to be like I said, the nicer end of town and stuff. So, like probably where nobles and such would reside.
I can't think of anything to do before curfew unless we want to stay out past, which has never worked out for us.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything else.
Okay, so not gonna go try to hunt down another noble or anything like that.
At the very least, I don't think it'd work out very well tonight. I'm not sure.
Okay.
That and we had explicit directions to this place. I
I
don't know.
mean, you could,
Unless they all like live in the same neighborhood.
you could go to the door and knock and ask.
Knock, knock, knock. Hey, you a noble?
No, I was
Ask the
saying,
butler again. Grill.
yeah, ask Garel. He might know.
No, I don't see us finding somebody, talking to them, and getting back in time. We're just going to be harassed by the guards on the way back.
I don't know. Maybe if you talk to somebody, they can give you a pardon or something. Who knows?
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk to somebody and get a pardon.
Yeah, how long do those last, Hesper?
I would say probably just until the next day.
Fuck, man.
It would basically be like,
God,
no,
I would
I'm
love to
sorry.
have a fucking hall pass.
Basically, from what you're kind of assuming, it would probably be the noble writing up a letter being like, hey, I'm sorry I kept them this long. Please let them go with no issues or whatever. Is probably what you're assuming, anywho.
Alright, I got it. Let us go up to the dragon's den. You ready? We should ask Grell where uh Grand Qua lives.
All right. So going back to the door, I guess knocking on it. Eventually, a short while later, you guys kind of doubled back. You started walking shit and doubled back.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
a little while later, he goes, notice the door opening once again. Grell's at the door. Yes. Did you forget something?
Yes, I did, and I'm terribly sorry, Sir Grell. Um, would you happen to know where Archmage Grand Claw lives?
Uh, yes, I do, but normally he does not take visitors.
Um, I have reason to believe he might take an exception to us, given the events of
Okay.
today.
Well, it's not hard to notice where he's at as he kind of points off in back towards the keep, looking
Is
around.
he in the big castle on the hill with a giant moon behind it?
Not a castle, no. It's a wizard's tower. It's very tall. It's like the tallest building here.
Okay.
Probably like a good 12 stories high, and it's pretty close to right next to the keep.
Incredible.
He goes, "That's where Grand Croix would be if he is there tonight, by the way. You know, terrible business."
Yeah, I've been made aware of some of his goings on of recent. Um, thank you so much. You've been so helpful, sir.
Alrighty. He gives you a bow and closes said door.
All right. Uh, do we want to just
Do
wait till
take a
Katos
little
comes
break.
back or something? Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys need to take a bit of a break, go ahead. We'll take like a 5 minute to go get snacks or drinks or go to the bathroom, whatever you
Yeah,
need to
stay
do.
hydrated. Hey, I am turning all the stuff back on. There. We're back.
Alrighty. So, are you guys going to proceed with the Grand Mage, the Archmage Grand Qual kind of thing, or are you guys going to?
Mage Arch Quadrant.
That's exactly what I thought. Do we want to talk to him or do we want to go back to the inn?
Man, that's just. I like that as just always being there as like an option C. Just like we can do this, or we can just go back to bed. That's kind of how I live my life.
Yeah, same.
I'm always weighing that third option of just sleeping.
Same. I say yawning.
Yeah. I will leave it to my other party members. I feel like I've been making a lot of decisions the past few sessions.
Okay.
I feel like raising someone from the dead is probably pretty exhausting, so my vote's going to be to go back to the inn.
How much until our curfew?
You guys probably got about an hour, give or take.
But how far are we from our inn?
30 minutes.
Oh, I don't know if we should cut it close. I mean, we already got away with kind of running by real quick. What if he turns us away and then we're stuck and we get arrested?
Wouldn't be a first time.
Or worse, he's not even there.
Yeah, let's go to the inn.
Okay.
We go to the inn.
All right. Making your way back over to the Frost Maiden. Once again, 30 minutes. See here. Just doing some. Okay. Yeah. Your trek there. You don't seem to run into any guards this time. As you make your way over to the Frost Maiden, and once again outside, uh, your carriage has been put away.
Schnurby's in the inn room, right?
I
We
guess nobody said they were taking her with them, so
we kind of just.
Poor Snurby. This is like
I just
bold trafficking
left her
going on.
there.
Yeah.
Is there any shop close by here?
If there are any shops
Maybe
that you
closed
would
by
have seen
now?
on the way, it's well. Remember what you were
It's not only
told.
a time of day thing, but it's also the Jarl has died thing.
Ugh, okay.
Yeah, shops are not really in action at this moment.
Okay.
I'm gonna get me some more cheese for squeakers.
Okay. Um. Once again, just kind of well, this is odd, but just well, actually, when you guys go in, actually, at first, you notice that Rata is not behind the counter.
Is there anyone behind the counter?
No, not currently. There's a couple of patrons in here, but uh, and the door to the kitchen is a little ajar, so possibly Leo Ward can hear, but no, nobody's currently at the counter.
Is there a bell I could ring for service?
No, you don't see a bell.
Excuse me, my pocket mouse is hungry.
Are you seriously gonna say that?
I
Can
have
somebody
another
clip up
idea.
my mouth?
I would like to use prestidigitation to produce the sound of the dinging of a service bell.
Okay. You notice eventually Leoward coming out from the kitchen looks a little confused. And
I leave to let Hans talk. I just walk away.
Excuse me. My pants. No, the thing in my pants is very hungry.
I do not know why you want to tell me about the thing in the pants.
It usually just eats cheese.
my dragon's roaring. I
Well,
gotta slay it.
well, that's very unusual, but I guess I should not be the one to judge. I guess they will just put it on the bill.
But wait. What do you feed yours?
He just kind of stares at you awkwardly for a while and just kind of turns around and goes back into the kitchen.
I mean, I think it's a good question.
I think you've mentally scarred him. Yep, you've mentally scarred him.
Would you
What do
roll
you
for
roll?
that?
Yeah, I just
I don't want to say.
A 1,
No,
a 2.
probably.
See, Hesper, this is why we need passive intimidation.
Anyways,
Does he bring me some cheese?
uh, you stand there for a good while. What are the rest of you doing while he's standing there?
I'm sitting at the bar.
Yeah, I think I
Getting
think I just
food.
pop a squat and chuckle.
Okay. What about you, Kados?
I'm just sitting with Lonnie.
Okay.
Is it too late for dinner?
You guys already ate dinner.
Oh.
What about second dinner?
What about second dinner?
You have a feeling since this is not like a halfling-esque like establishment that they do not do second dinners.
Fuck, I forget hobbits exist.
Fortunate. Can I just get an ale? Oh, is the guy still out here, or did he go back to get his pant cheese?
He went back into the kitchen, and you guys have sat there, kind of waiting for like a while. It just seems like enough time would have passed for him to be able to do that. Um,
He's probably cutting it into very thin slices so he can shove it up. No, I don't want to go into this anymore. I don't.
Hey, can you make the bell ding again?
Do I have to?
well, you guys can.
No, I
eat.
suppose not.
I mean, you guys got your room and stuff. If you guys wanted to head up that way.
Yeah, I'll just go out.
Yeah, let's check on Snurby.
Okay. So you guys sitting around for like 5 minutes, and you're like, okay, he should have had it by now. Maybe he's not coming. Remy did say some really weird things. Is it just you two, or are you going upstairs, Catus? What's going on?
Yeah, I want to go upstairs.
And Remy, what are you doing?
Yeah, I guess Squeakers ain't eating tonight.
wow.
Okay,
You're not gonna split the party for some cheese?
you can if you want, Piggy. It's up to you if you want to keep waiting at the bar.
Okay, I'll keep waiting. Squeakers need some
Okay.
cheese.
I gotta
Okay.
know what I gotta know. I gotta have closure on this plot thread.
Okay. So, anywho, as the rest of you decide to make your way upstairs, you guys make it up to the third floor, and you notice you see Rata going towards your door,
Oh no.
keys in one hand, and looks like a mace in the other hand.
Oh
Uh-huh.
no. Wait.
You guys do.
I don't even know how to bridge this topic.
I just want to sleep, man. Oh no, Schnurby's in there. Schnurby, no.
Uh-huh.
Wow, you guys just killed Snurby.
Well, I
not
mean,
yet.
she's going towards the door, not leaving from your door.
My God.
Do we call out to him?
Call it the Snurby?
No, call out to the dude that's about to break down our door.
That's
It's a little,
the
yeah,
little gnome lady who runs the place.
yeah, the little older gnome lady. She's walking towards the door with keys in one hand and a mace slung over her shoulder.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Call out to her. Somebody. Hey! Wait, hello?
Alright, this is your problem now. Go, Lonnie,
Hello?
go.
Is something
yes.
the matter?
Yes, we've had complaints about strange noises coming from your room. And when I came up here to investigate earlier, as I started unlocking the door, there was some uh, hissing and scurrying and scratching, and uh, I don't know what's in there. And well, I guess I'm going to have to take care of it.
Oh, no, it's no problem. Let us take care of it for you, you know. We're used to this sort of thing.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh! That was almost a 20!
Let's see here.
Can I go ahead and like start pulling out like a weapon to make it look like I'm very tough and intimidating?
Let's see here.
You could give her gold.
Well, I do know that you do look like you'd be able to handle yourself, but still at the same time, I probably, as the proprietor of this establishment, I probably should be seeing it with my own eyes on what's going on in there too. In case this is some kind of issue that could spread to the other rooms.
Oh, we can give you a full report once we take care of it.
No, I think I should, definitely see this.
Okay. Snarby's gonna die.
Oh, God.
What do you guys do?
Oh, man. Okay,
Yeah, she motions for you guys to follow her and starts continuing towards the door.
How much is our room again? Per night?
we're not
you
paying
guys,
for it.
yeah, you're not paying for it at this moment, so you have no idea how much the room is.
Can I use thaumaturgy to make the sound like it's coming from a different room?
You can try.
All right,
I
I'm gonna
have
do that.
illusion magic if we're going this route.
Okay, so what's it sound like, Lonnie?
I just want it to sound like the scratching and hissing is like moving from our room like to the room next to ours.
Okay, give me a second here. Okay, all right. So as she starts making the way to the door, and you guys are kind of following behind, like, what do we do and stuff like that. Let's see here.
Damn, thaumaturgy's pretty sweet.
Verbal. Okay.
Oh,
Roll me a stealth check real quick, Lonnie. I want to see how quietly you can say this.
Good.
9.
I start coughing nearby.
Oh no, you're gonna get us kicked out.
Oh my god.
Oh no, you're right. Oh shit.
All right, give me
Clear
a
my throat.
Yeah, don't cough.
Okay. All right, so very loud throat clearing. She's as Rue is attempting to cast thaumaturgy. As you guys get closer to the door, essentially, you hear the kind of like the kind of going on in the in your room, and then the same thing happens to the next door. The door to the right. And you look at you notice Ratala towards that door, look back towards that door, and she's like, "Oh no, it is some kind of infestation."
Here, how about you check that door and we will check this one. We will check our own room.
If it's an infestation and it sounds as dangerous as it is, I better go get the guards.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, perfect. Go do that. We'll stay here and we'll let you know what we find.
Okay.
Oh
She's
God.
she's getting her mace and she's just running back towards the front of the tavern.
All right, gonna throw the door open and be like, Snurby!
We need to make Snurby disappear.
All right, you open the door and you look inside, and the room is a wreck.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Because things are all scratched up, and cloth is all shredded up. And you notice that the shiny things that you guys went to go hide, she has spent the entire 2 hours or whatever she's been in here by herself,
Oh my
scouring
god.
around for it. So now,
I'm gonna
in
scoop her up.
in
Sorry, go
one
ahead.
corner there's all these shiny objects. And as you open this door, she's like scurrying up on top of like the bookcase over the hearth and stuff like that. As you look at her, she's like all the way up on the top shelf, grabbing more shiny things up there.
Can I grab her and stick her in my backpack?
Let's see here. I'm trying to think of it. Make me a. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say it's gonna be an athletics check because you're gonna have to jump and grab at her because she's.
Hold on. Oh, okay, never mind.
Give me a second here. Yeah, Snurby is up there and grabbing up on the shelves. You notice her turn around. She speaks in Draconic, so Caddis, if you're, since I'm assuming you're there in the doorway,
Yeah.
you hear her go like, "Dragon Lady, I find all shinies. Look!" And she points over at the horde as Rue jumps up, grabs onto her tail, and like yanks her down. You hear this screeching yell from Schnurby as her tail's being grabbed and dragged off the shelf. Schnurby is going to take.
Oh god.
Give me a second here. I need to find Schnurby. There she is. 10 points of bludgeoning damage as you grab her and her face goes on each of the shelves, wham, on the hearth, and as she lands on the ground.
Oh wow.
Dude,
is
do you
she
just
still
fucking
conscious?
Gravedigger her?
Is she still conscious?
What did you do?
She jumped up and grabbed her tail because of where she was up on the bookcase.
And then she like
and stuff like
power
that.
bombed her?
Well, she jumped up and grabbed the tail, and due to her weight and Snurby not getting away, she just held onto the tail and just janked her down.
Okay.
So because of that, her head just like she lost grip of the shelves and just went. Her head just went bam, 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 and just hit the shelves as they went down.
Okay, is she still conscious?
Yeah, I'm gonna go over.
She She's still conscious. She's grabbing the back of her head. She's grabbing her muzzle. Looking around, you see about 3 or 4 kobold teeth laying on the ground now.
Oh no.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
Do I have the chance to give her like a quick cure wounds?
Does cure
I mean,
wounds fix teeth? No, I don't think
no.
so.
Yeah, but
Mending
it won't
fixes
hurt
teeth.
anymore. I
Well,
have mending too.
Mindy's not gonna put teeth back in her mouth.
Really?
Really.
Okay. Does D&D have a give teeth back spell?
I guess the closest thing would be regenerate, but Kanos kind of knows this from hanging out with Schnurby and stuff and talking to her.
They
That
grow back.
teeth,
Yeah, they
teeth
grow
aren't
back.
much of an issue. Yeah, they grow back. It's like sharks.
Like a little shark, yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
well
Fine.
I'm
We gotta pick 'em up, though.
give her a quick cure wounds. Just at level 1. So that her mouth's not bleeding everywhere.
There's just little trickles of blood going all over
Be
the
like,
floor.
Snurby, you need to be very, very quiet just for a couple more minutes, okay? And I'm just gonna like smush her in my backpack before she can do anything else.
You hear her go, "White dragon lady friend," just crammed into the backpack. White bag, white bag. Just trying to cram her in this bag.
Can we
Okay,
like
can
tie
I
her up
pick up
and
her
like
teeth?
muzzle her?
I need to
I
pick
think
up her
Kat-
teeth.
I think Katos already said that she's picking up the teeth.
Yeah, I'm picking them up.
Okay, can I have them, please?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna go out into the hall and like make a little a tooth pile, and maybe like give my hands a shake so any little blood droplets are like over there, so it looks like there was a tussle.
So you're gonna put teeth
I'm
and
gonna
blood
create a crime scene
out in the hallway.
in the hallway.
Okay, hold on a second here.
All right, this is it. This is
Okay.
peak D&D. This is why I play.
All right. So as you run out in the hallway, and you just and drop these teeth and start shaking your hands and just splattering of blood, and you're like, okay, that looks good. You look up, and the door that's right next to where you dropped the teeth is cracked open,
Uh-huh.
and there's this child and this little child
Uh-huh.
sitting inside the door, like, about
I'm
ready.
just gonna raise one bloody finger to my lips in the universal sign for silence.
The child goes, "Mommy!"
Okay, I'm gonna run back into the room.
Wow, good job.
It's fine. I have a plan. No one talk except me.
You run back
Your
in the door.
persuasion isn't the best, babe.
It's fine. I got
It's better
this.
than mine.
You, I guess, run back in the room then and close the door. Later on, you hear eventually a little bit later on a lady shrieking
Uh-huh.
out in the hallway now. By the way,
Are the guards
Uh,
up to our room yet?
well, I was gonna say a little flashback to Remy as you're still sitting there at the bar. Eventually, Remy, you do see Rata. She gets down there to the lobby, peeks in, tells Leo Wood what she's doing, and heads out the door. And yeah, you do hear the shriek of the lady upstairs. No cheese yet, by the way.
Still waiting for my cheese.
All right. I'm just telling you what you hear.
All right. What's the plan?
So my plan is, we found a kobold
Throw your
in our
backpack
room.
out the window?
We found a kobold in our room, hoarding things. A rogue kobold, and we brawled. My fist was in her face, teeth went flying, and she scurried out a window.
But we gotta open the window, right?
I have thaumaturgy. Is there a window at the end of the hall that we're staying in?
Out in the actual hall?
Yeah.
Good question. Let's see here. Um, Yes, there is a very small, high up window. Probably big enough for a kobold to fit, but nothing else.
Okay.
Perfect.
Is it openable?
It looks like it should be to allow a breeze to come through. Should there need to be a breeze?
Okay. Can I just like use thaumaturgy or like snap my fingers or whatever and throw the window open?
All right. Roll me. Yeah. Roll me a percentile dice, Alani. I need you to roll me a D100.
Uh,
42. Okay. So you go and you cast your thaumaturgy to throw the window open, and you hear, and you watch like a little piece of metal that was the glass fall to the floor. Go ding, 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 ding. That was probably locking the window in place.
okay. Is
Do it
there? Do I hear? Okay, yeah. Can I just do
No,
it
the
again?
window's open. The window's open now. I'm just telling you,
Oh.
you broke the
Okay.
window lock.
That's
Perfect.
fine. Okay. All right. Plan solid.
I'm basically
Do
a
I hear
locksmith.
guards
I can
coming
fix
up?
it later.
All right. Cool.
No, she just
Well,
left.
this
We probably won't have guards for a little bit.
yeah, it takes a decent while. She probably has to go out and
What is your plan for the very angry kobold that you're wearing in a backpack?
I don't.
By the
have
way,
one
it's
yet.
currently squirming. You're watching the backpack going shaking around, tail outside thrashing.
Can I hand my backpack off to
If you hand it off
Rhiennes?
to me, I'm throwing it out the window.
No, can I hand it
Okay.
off to Rhiennes so that she can touch and like cuddle with the dragon lady to appease her for being her face smashed in? I fixed it, but you know,
I fixed
I
it, but
understand why she might be upset about that.
well, I mean, you can try if Rain wants to take the bag.
Okay, she went AFK, but I just want to like thrust it upon her and be like, "Hold this."
I mean, you can also open the bag, knock her out, and be like, "I need more teeth. Make a better crime scene."
I didn't really want to do that because I like Snurby.
Yeah. Just showed some tough love earlier. Everything will be fine.
Just knocked out 4 teeth out of her mouth and spread blood all over the fireplace and the bookcase.
Oh, and 10 damage of wrestling. Like 10 wrestling damage.
So
Well, you
it's
got-
safe to say that my next character is going to be either a barbarian or a fighter.
Oh, you're not going to do the ranger?
No, I don't think
Mm.
so. I'm thinking fighter because then I can still use a bow and arrow.
Because then you can have more than 2 brain cells to rub together.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I sometimes forget other players of D&D value being smart.
It's fine.
Okay. Let's see here. Well, anyways, like I said, it takes a while. Well, I want to wait for Kaz to get back, so because of that. So,
Okay.
so your thing about the ranger was that, and deciding against the ranger, was that because you like read the regular PHB version of ranger, or
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like it's really
PHB ranger is not how
situational.
I play.
Okay.
It's different. Um, First of all, there's some changes that Tasha made to it that kind of help it, and then I had to change some changes of those changes. So,
Okay.
if you want to be if you want to be without having to worry about having a high intelligence, the most versatile person with languages, Ranger's the way to go.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I've always been like a ranged character, so
Yeah,
you know,
been
melee
there.
sounds fun.
Well, I mean, Ranger can melee.
And
They don't. They don't
I
have to just
I
shoot.
don't want to kind of. I hope I don't offend you by saying that your playstyle is rather like quiet, and I think barbarian kind of suits that because then you can be like a strong silent type. You can just be
Yeah,
the muscle
no.
of the group and like not actually like needed for
Have to talk.
negotiations or anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Though that is a fun character option to kind of do with the fighter if you're willing to take a couple level dips into the wizard.
Wizard fighter.
Muscle wizard.
Yeah. Um, yeah, there's a new thing from Tasha's. It's called the Psy Warrior. And you take that along with the Blade Singer wizard. And you basically, as soon as you find yourself like a light sword, you essentially can make your character into a fucking Jedi.
Oh. That sounds
I was telling
fun.
I was telling Bubba about it. It's weird. Let's see here. Is Kata still AFK?
I think so.
Okay, well, so basically your idea is you're trying to get Katos to appease to what do you want Katos' character to do with Snurby? How about that?
Just, you know, keep her quiet, soothe her, settle her so she's not squirming in a backpack.
Okay.
Maybe convince her that she did a good job, but she needs to be really
Wait,
quiet for the next couple of minutes.
I understand that Katos has been looking for a reason to use this spell. Can she cast sleep on Snurby?
Oh, that'd be perfect.
Sleep only lasts for a minute, by the way, just to let you know.
Of course it does.
Yeah. So, I'm just trying to think here what spells does she have that would be good for. Yeah, I don't know what would.
I just know Katos has been looking for an excuse to put something to sleep.
Let's see here. We take the average with her damaged self. I'm just trying to think here if you take the average. I mean, up to you guys. Like I said, it'd only be a minute. I mean, I guess you could use that minute to calm her down
Oh,
and then
yeah, calm
persuade her.
emotions.
Calm emotions. I mean, if you want me to try that, I can. Up to you guys.
I think that sounds better than having a very angry Schnurby in my backpack.
Okay. Let's see here. Needs to make a charisma saving throw. Okay.
There's
All
no
right.
way Snurby's that charismatic.
Oops. Hey, didn't hit there. There we go. Oop. Okay, so you guys want her to calm emotions. So, all right, Schnurby, charisma. You'd be surprised. Charisma saving throw. Nope, she fails. So you watch Schnurby just kind of, flailing around and, the tail like lashing back and forth in the backpack as you're like trying to hand it off, and Rain goes and casts the calm emotions, and you just watching Snurby's tail going start slowing down, and it just eventually just kind of starts drooping out the bag inside of the bag. So, you guys got a minute for calm emotions. What are you guys doing?
Want Kados to convince Schnurby that
Can we
there is
hunt
someone.
lullabies?
Okay.
So you're wanting to try now to play a lullaby to see if you can put Schnurby to sleep.
Yeah, for longer than a minute.
Okay. We can. I mean, I can try. Guess we'll go with her ocarina.
I mean,
Not
I
strength.
can do it. I can do it.
Oh, you want to do it? Okay. Charisma on an instrument.
Well, I have performance.
Oh.
Oh yeah, if you want to sing, yeah, I'll go ahead and do performance then.
Yeah, I'll just do that.
Okay. It's very off tune, and you're watching Kirby just kind of put her hands up to your ears. She is not falling asleep.
This is it. This is D&D.
Yeah, and I would say your lullaby is probably a minute long, so the calm emotion spells kind of wears off, and your Snurby's just like looking over at Rain as you're kind of like trying to pop the backpack open and serenade her to sleep, and unfortunately, well, I guess she says this in like common. I would say have her say it in Draconic, but the only person who speaks Draconic is not here, and then just be having a conversation with myself.
Okay.
So essentially, Snurby looks over at Rain and goes, "Dragon lady, why you friend be so mean? I just give you shinies."
I would like to ask Rain to... Ah, jeez. It's past curfew, isn't it?
Well, you can ask her now. She's back.
Hey,
Sorry, my dad called me.
would
We had to
you
use one of
like
your spell slots.
to take a walk outside with Snurby?
Yeah, I'll take a walk with Snurby.
Keep in mind we are close to, if not past curfew.
Yeah, I'll just
I just want to get her out of crime scene.
okay, yeah, I'll step outside.
You've cast Calm Emotions. It didn't go well.
Oh, it didn't go well? Oh.
No, calm emotions went well.
I
You
did
trying
it,
to
yeah.
serenade her to sleep did not go well
We're
at
not
all.
going to talk about that, Hesper.
Oh.
We are going to talk about that.
Please tell me more. Is that what the performance was?
Yes,
An
yes.
Yes.
A 1? Okay, I'll take Snurby outside.
Okay.
I'll sit
What's
outside for a little bit.
what's your passive perception?
I believe it's an 18, but let me double check. Yeah, it's an 18.
Okay. So I would definitely say, like I said, it takes a little while. But eventually, you do notice that eventually, I'm talking to Remy, by the way. You do notice that Rata eventually comes back with 3 guards.
Oh, fuck.
And as you're like going to go out the door, and you're like, "Okay, Snurby, we're going to go outside," and oh shit, you start hearing the metal clanking of guards.
Alright, we
Coming
gotta
up the
throw
stairs.
Snurby out the window.
Can I put Snurby like in my bag and then tie
She's
it with a
already
bow?
in a backpack.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
already in a backpack.
I'm gonna walk out and start fake crying and be like, I am so distraught right now. I need to take a breath. I need to go downstairs and go outside for a little bit.
Okay, with the backpack. Okay.
With my backpack. I am so distraught right now. Our room is a mess.
Okay, so eventually, a while is you go ahead and roll me deception.
Hell yeah.
Wow. God,
We're
We're not getting out of this.
shit.
Eventually, the guards come up. They see you out in the hallway, holding it, clutching this backpack, crying. One of the guards goes, "Ma'am, what's the matter?"
Look at that room. It's a mess. I can't sleep in there. I come back and it's I'm scared. What if it's still around?
Well, ma'am, I'm sure you don't have to worry about whatever it was in the room with us around. We will have we will need to ask you guys some questions, so if you don't mind coming with us back into the room.
Could you just give me like 5 minutes? I just need to take a breath. I need to just go outside for a few minutes just to take a deep breath, and I'll come right back.
Let's see here. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. One of the guards looks over and goes, "Well, she is your patron, Lady Rata. Would you like to go with her and make sure your patron is comforted while we investigate the scene?" And Rata goes, "Yes, I can go ahead and do that. I'd much rather prefer not to be in there, and I'm pretty sure whatever it was would also prefer not to be in there because if I catch the thing, apparently from what I heard, I am going to make it pay."
Okay. I sniffle and start walking downstairs.
Okay. You and Rata are walking down the stairs. Let's see here. I want to check something.
I'm
Oh
so
no, you
sorry,
will
Katos.
not.
We fucking threw Katos under the bus. I'm so
My
sorry.
God.
All right. So as you guys start making your way down the stairs, um, eventually from the bag, you kind of see it peeking up a little bit, and you kind of hear from the inside the bag, kind of like a.
Can I see him yet?
They're probably on the second floor when this happens, so no, they're not down in the lobby yet. You've seen the guards come by though, and going upstairs at this point though. So if you want to still continue to sit there and wait for cheese, you can, or
You're still waiting for cheese.
I mean, yeah, I
Mind
don't
the
see
baby.
me running up there, but let me know as soon as I can see him.
okay. So yeah, it sounds like Schnurvy's hissing, and Ratah's kind of like, "What is that?"
It's what? You hear something, and then as I'm talking, I clear my throat again, and I just kind of like
Smack the bag.
I don't want to smack it. I don't want to smack it. I'm just gonna pat it gently, like, "Oh, do you hear something?" As I I'm turning towards her, and as I'm turning towards her, I pat my backpack gently.
Okay. Um, as you pat the backpack, it's like, and you hear.
Oh my God.
It's like every time that you put your hand down, it's quiet. Put your hand back up, starts hissing. Hand down, hand up.
I really can't blame Schnurby for revolting. She's been in that bag for how long?
I know. Why do we even have her still?
I don't know, Lonnie. Why
I
do we even have her still?
don't know. Might have something to do with you. I don't know.
I It's fine, okay?
I'm gonna see if I could ask the patron or the owner if she can check on my brother who had asked for cheese. Whatever happened to that? My brother was asking for some cheese.
Well, she's kind of like, distracted there for a little bit. She seems to be more kind of like trying to find out where that noise is coming from. Fortunately for you, for her role, she goes in the opposite direction of you,
Oh,
thinking it's one of the doors, and trying to find out whatever infestation has infested her establishment.
while she's looking at that, could I whisper under my breath, in Draconic, Schnurby, please be quiet?
Let's see here. I'm trying to think what would be the best way of doing this. Roll me. Yeah, I'm gonna say roll me a charisma check, but add any if you have proficiency in stealth. Go ahead and add that.
Proficiency in stealth. All right, hold on.
Basically, if you have a check in stealth, then add your proficiency bonus.
So it's, you said charisma, so that's a
Yes.
9. And then,
Yeah.
oh, okay, I see what you mean. Okay, let me.
So just roll your on the left where it says charisma, not the charisma saving throw.
Ah! Oh, I just did the wrong one. Like, I just did the exact one.
Actually, that should be fine because
Because it
if
has
you
the
have,
little 9 on there.
well, if if you have because you have a 5 in charisma and you have proficiency in charisma saves, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that should be fine then. I mean, it would be the same number. So we'll go ahead and use that. Oof, she rolled good, but not that good.
Wow.
So you do manage to whisper under your breath. That comes to be the next question.
Does Snurby listen?
Okay. I'm just checking her numbers now. Okay. So, you're like in Draconic, you're like, Snurpy, be quiet. And, a little bit louder than you. You hear Snurpy saying just kind of like, fine, late dragon lady, be quiet. And as she's saying that, Rata kind of turns towards you and she's like, pardon, did you say something?
No, I was just talking to myself.
All right. Yeah, the checks were just even on both of them.
Damn.
Yeah, so I'm gonna play that off as she heard something, but she wasn't quite sure what she heard. And not to mention she's distracted. So anyways, she's like, well, all right, well, anyway, right. I think you were saying something about your brother as you guys continue to proceed to
Mhm.
head downstairs. Um, I'm guessing as you're talking about your brother requesting cheese, it's probably about the time that you guys get down to the first floor. And Remy, you do finally notice them, and you notice your sister and Rata kind of talking as they're starting to head towards the door. Hey, over here! Hey, right here! I see your compatriot over there is impatient, probably about what you were talking about earlier. Do you mind if we head over that way real quick before we head outside?
That's fine.
All
As I
right.
sniffle and rub my nose.
Okay, trying to play off the whole entire distraught thing.
Well, I mean, if I was crying, my nose is still going to be a little sniffly, even if they were crocodile tears.
Mm. All right, so you guys are going to make your way over and do the Remy thing. We'll kind of go back to the rest of the group for a second here. So as that's happening, you guys upstairs, the 3 guards come in, and the one in the lead's like, right, what happened here?
So, we came back to our room, and we saw. I'm sorry, what's her name? Rattata. Like frittata.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Like
Rattata.
Rattata, like the Pokemon.
Someone's hungry.
Rattata, and we see her walking towards our room with a mace. And that's a little suspicious, but we asked her what was going on, and she thought that there might be something in our room because apparently other people heard scratching noises and hissing and general rodent problem sounds. So yeah, we it sounded like it went down the hallway, and she ended up going to get guards, and we opened the door to our room, and bro, you're never gonna believe this. There was a kobold in our room, like a full-on rogue wild kobold.
Okay. Seems to be listening to you for you to continue your story.
And she ran into the hallway, and I punched it. And I'm gonna start like heading back out to the hallway. I'm gonna be like, look, I punched her right there. There's teeth all over the floor.
There's teeth and blood.
And then it seemed to stun it for a minute, but then it scrambled off and went out the window. I'm gonna point down the hallway to the window.
She's gonna point down the hallway to the broken window.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So as you hear that and you guys start heading down that way towards the window, one of the guards stayed behind in the room, and is looking around, and you hear him holler back, and he goes, "Sir, we have blood in here on the hearth as well." And he's like, the guard captain's like, "Okay, really? Let's see here then." So, according to your story, ma'am, you said it ran out of your room and you punched it.
Yeah, there might have been a scuffle in the room. There was just so much going on when we all got back up here that it's kind of a blur, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, listen, my servant here, Emma, is a cleric, and she, well, did quite a miracle earlier today. But when she's tired, you see, she also took a few classes in barbarian, and she goes into a berserker rage. Now, I don't know if you've been told about what happens with berserker rages, but they typically don't come back with the most accurate memories. See, my sister, fuck,
My sister
Emma.
fucked.
my servant, actually, in fact, entered the room and beat up the kobold there, and then they had a scuffle here in this hallway, and then I think you know what the rest happened.
Okay. Let's see here. All right. Okay. Well, all right. Um, okay, so I am going to need a deception check.
Uh huh.
I'm gonna need a deception check, one from each of you.
Well, I'm holding up my end of the deal. What you got? Perfect.
Hey! Oh my god!
I'm rolling so bad tonight.
We all are. It's okay.
But hey, at least that kind of goes with the whole
I'm
Ryan
out of it.
berserk thing theory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've heard of these berserker rages before, and I guess they can get quite clouded. But if that's the case, then how would you know that it jumped out the window if you're so clouded, miss?
I mean, I saw it run into the hallway, and I don't know where else it would go.
There's other witnesses too. Don't forget that. I'm not in the
No,
room.
we don't. We don't want to talk about other witnesses.
No, I meant your other siblings were there.
Okay.
Like Ryan,
Sure.
you were there. You saw it, so you reminded her that it ran out the window.
I might have reminded her that I saw it jump out the window.
Okay, give me a
By the
second
way,
here.
you'll see the broken lock on the ground.
Okay, you guys are, yeah. So as you guys are doing that, um, you know, distracted by telling the guards what happened and such, um, eventually, you notice that the guard just kind of goes and turns around, and yeah, you notice that it's the little kid, and he's sniffling
Perfect.
and pulling on the guard's coattail, and he goes, "Mr. Guard, The scary lady was dropping teeth and flinging bloody hands outside her door. Mommy's so distraught, she's laying on the floor.
Oh no.
So the
You see,
guards
my
are
servant gets a weird sometimes in these rages.
the guards are very confused at this point.
Yeah.
When do I just start swinging again?
Okay, hold on. Out of character. What direction do we want to take this? Do we want to take this in the direction of you get really weird during your rages, or do we want to take this in kids and their imaginations? Because I feel like both. I'm kind of neutral in either.
I mean, we can play it off as, oh, the kid saw the kobold too.
No.
Ah.
Just say it's a lot of stuff's been happening. Kids in their wild imagination.
I'm gonna let you say that. I'm out of
I
it.
can't. I'm
Not
downstairs.
you,
Oh,
Aster.
okay.
All right. So are we going back in the game at this point?
So who really knows what? No, hold on. Oh God. You know, a lot of stuff's been happening regarding the plague. It's very scary out there for a little kid. Who knows what they saw or heard?
Okay. Roll me a deception check.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
masterpiece.
I mean, that is true. Unfortunately, a child's testament isn't necessarily the best testament, and they didn't generally tend to have active imaginations. Kids still. Right. You go take the child and check on his mom. We'll continue our investigation here. As you guys they continuing being questioned and such. I'm not going to drag this out much further with that because I kind of feel like with the roles that you guys have given, the guards are kind of pretty much, or believing your story about
You're convinced.
a rogue kobold jumping out a window. So anyways, all right. So yeah, it does take a while, Fugi, but as Rata and your sister come over to the counter, you guys discuss this. Rata does go back, talk to Leo Ward, uh, and eventually, Rata and your sister head outside. And eventually, Leo Ward does come out with your cheese, a small wedge of cheese, and he's like, yes, well, I mean, I was told by,
For Monsieur Trouser Snake.
yeah, I was told by Lady Rita to get this to you for your apparent trouser demon.
I wouldn't call it a demon. It's
It-
kind of soft, fuzzy.
Anywho, less said is better. Here's your cheese, and if we never discuss this again, it would be my pleasure.
I take the cheese and I look down at my pants, and I assuming there's the bar so he can't see, so I bring the cheese down and stick it in my pants.
Oh.
All right, so Squeakers has apparently been in your pants this whole time.
I just shuddered.
He is not happy.
I'm assuming I'm assuming
pocket.
you mean like front pocket somewhere. You're just being intentionally coy about it. Yeah.
Because I was going to say, Squeakers is going to have a talk with me then.
He's been in my front pocket.
Okay. Well, I thought you were like, okay, here. Well, I mean, you made it sound like it goes in your pants, so
Yeah, he's being intentionally weird about it.
yeah. Anyways, as you cram it in your pocket, Leo Ward, as he's walking away, goes, no, it's better not to bring that up. The less he knows, the better. As he walks back into the kitchen.
These fucking townies, man.
All right, I guess I'll go
All
back
right.
upstairs.
Has the guard presence dispersed?
Well, I'm gonna ask, is there any? Well, first of all, I'm gonna ask, Rain, is there anything that you do, that you need to, that you want to role play with Rata? Yes or no?
No. I don't want to screw it up even more. Just gonna take
Okay.
a quick 5-minute break, take a breath, and then be like, okay, I'm ready to go back inside.
Okay. So you guys do that and head back in. Snurby seems to be upholding her into the deal
I'm
of
gonna
being
make sure to
quiet.
give her like little chin scratches when we're done here.
Okay. And you eventually head back upstairs. It seems like the guards are writing up reports. One of them is getting out equivalent to a medieval stretcher. And as you're coming up, you're noticing like the mom is being placed on the stretcher and stuff like that. The child is still crying, and yeah, you come back up. Reports are being written, and anything else you guys want to role play with? You two, or I guess all three of you, is eventually Remy makes his way up to the room and sees this whole entire kerfuffle before Rain does. Is there anything that you guys want to role play with this?
Absolutely not.
Okay. So they go through eventually writing up the report. Basically the knot captain end up taking the mom on the stretcher. The guard captain seems to be holding on to the child's hand, or holding the child and trying to comfort the child as they along with trying to carry the paperwork the wherever they're going. Uh Rata just kind of looking over the room, just kind of like slack jawed and just kind of like, this is an utter disaster.
Okay, so one of my servants here, Emma, I believe you're acquainted, is a cleric, and she can mend things. I can clean up blood and make things smell nice. I think we can salvage this room.
I mean, I wouldn't ask you guys to perform mundane manual labor. I
Oh
mean,
no,
I
it's
could.
just a wag of the finger and some magic words, you know.
It's the least
Okay,
we could do to help you out. It's not a good time for you right now, so we'll help you
okay.
out.
It takes you guys a while, but all of you that are helping, I need you guys to roll a d20.
Okay, because I also have mending, so I want to help too.
Okay.
Just a straight d20.
Yeah, just the straight d20. I'm just kind of taking.
Thank you,
Okay.
Lonnie, for carrying
Lonnie.
us.
I have many.
Yeah.
Lonnie
So-
holding it
So,
down.
so with
I
the
like
average
it.
and stuff,
I'm sure there's something that Fugi can help, like, lift.
here are you helping too, Fugi, or
I
are you
wasn't
just
here for any of this.
so you're not helping?
I mean, I guess if they're gonna stare at me as they're cleaning and I'm doing nothing, I guess they'll guilt me into it.
Yeah,
Okay, go ahead and roll me a d20, and I'll just take the average of all four of them. Okay.
that brings the average up. I'll take it.
Yeah, it does bring the average up. You guys do a pretty good job of putting the room back together through the mending spells, fixing the tears and the scratches and stuff, the prestidigitation, cleaning stuff, Remy lifting stuff, Rata giving him a mop
Mm-hmm.
to help mop stuff, or like a rag to help clean stuff. as you guys eventually do get the room cleaned. It takes you a good while. It's probably about 11 o'clock at this point. Um, Snurvy, fortunately, being good in the bag while you guys are doing this. Uh, Putting all the shiny things back to where their original position was, not the we hid it from Snurvy positions.
Yeah.
Eventually, at the end of it, and Rita helping you guys, eventually she's like, well, it took a while, but, we did get it back in order. Um, I mean, I might see if I can possibly get some extra coin uh, out of the, nobles for this, uh, having to take care of this. Um, shouldn't have had kobolds even in this part of the town in the first place. Uh, and I'll have to get a hold of a carpenter and possibly a ranger to see if I can possibly see if we can figure out how it managed to get in here and fix how that managed to happen. But anywho, with it being so late, I will allow you to turn in for the night, and hopefully see you guys in the morning for breakfast.
Of course.
Okay.
All right. So, do you guys do anything else tonight, or is it pretty much no? Go to bed.
Then go to bed.
We need to come up with a plan so this never happens again.
We need to get rid of Schnurby.
All right, Lottie said it. Here we go. What's the plan?
Not kill her,
I know.
obviously.
What did you say, Fugi?
I was gonna say I got a crowbar, but Lonnie said no killing.
Got a crowbar.
You guys get Schnurby to like free her, and now you guys are talking about offing her. Sometimes I don't know who the deuce you guys are.
So Roldo the tailor doesn't want anything to do with her. Fizzle Sparks, absolutely not. Who could use a little inventive kobold?
We could send her back to our father.
To her
Oh,
clan that you guys told her to abandon.
No, to our father.
Oh.
Yeah,
That might be a little hard at this point.
we don't actually know the logistics of how something like that would happen.
Not to mention with everything being in lockdown, nothing's really leaving or coming into town.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't she? Can she be sneaky? She can be
She
sneaky.
she can. She's just very inquisitive and trying to be a good little kobold minion by finding shinies. You guys just keep her. I mean, think about it this way: it's like a dog. You guys keep her in the crate all the time, except
Yeah.
the dog's smart enough to get out of the crate.
Yeah.
Hey, I tried to train her.
Well, think about it this way, Fuki. When you go to train a dog, it's not going to get trained in like a couple hours, especially if
I
it's pretty
feel
set in its way.
you could probably still use her as a distractor. Like maybe like get her to cause a distraction and like scuttle away to get, I don't know, guards' attention or something.
I have an idea, and I would be willing to put myself up to this task. I could sneak over to the temple district, find a church, let's say knock Snurby out, and leave Snurby as like a doorstep baby at a church.
Wow.
I will tell you, probably from what you rolled before, Katos, that I would probably tell you, hearing that plan from Ryan, it's not a very good plan. Probably what would happen is that they would see that, they'd call the guards and probably kill Snurby.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Kobolds are not very highly.
Okay.
Yeah, unless it's back in the place where you found her. They're not very highly accepted in the actual Dunreen proper.
Why don't we bring her back to those the other group of thieves and have her work for them and making them trinkets and stuff, or like gimmick, like little gadgets.
You're going to have
like
to
that.
Be more specific.
Remember the cat people?
Okay,
that
the
like
fanging
assigned
claw.
that assigned us the task. If we were to finish this task and then we offer them her services and sing praises of her, then they could keep her. Especially because she can make all those different little things, like gimmicks and stuff like that.
I can't imagine that going over well.
Well, you don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
It's the black market. But did we ever get access to the stupid ledger? We have to finish all this paperwork, right? So we can't even take her back yet.
I don't think the paperwork is going to end up mattering.
Yeah.
We'll see, our policies changed, and now you have to fill out form XYZ, and then there's this form in order to get that form. I think we're just constantly enveloped in red tape if we do all that. I don't think that's the route we want to go.
Well, anywho, so I take it you guys are going to go ahead and do your long rest?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
We dream of different scenarios.
Yeah, just trying to figure out, as you sleep through the night, trying to figure out, what do we do with Snurby so this doesn't happen again?
You know what our character sheets need? Like, just like as a Roll20 thing. Just a fucking short rest and long rest button.
They have that at on like D&D Beyond.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, where you just
I
click
have
it
a
and
D&D mug Beyond.
Yeah.
D&D Beyond mug.
Huh.
Yeah, I mean, the only problem is D&D doesn't have the virtual tabletop. D&D Beyond doesn't have the virtual tabletop yet. It
Yeah.
has the die roller, but that's about it.
Okay. And yeah, it's cool, Katos. Okay, so maybe we can spend the week deciding up on plans to either train or kick out Snurby. But I wanted to discuss kind of a small plan that I've been thinking of is seeing if we can focus our attention on Grand Qua, because I feel like he has the best chance of actually being helpful towards solving this whole problem with Gasket Brook. And so I think what we want to do is catch him privately and kind of reverse engineer what we did with Peacewood.
Okay.
Where we remove Curse and he dies, we bring him back to life, and then hopefully he's possibly free from the magicness. We don't actually know that yet.
Yeah.
Just be like, hey, you gotta trust me. We gotta kill you.
We gotta kill you. Anyways. Well, I think the slight problem with that is if you have them in private and stuff and you do that, remember the spell costs a diamond worth 500.
Yeah.
And the greater restoration spell that Lonnie used
Diamond
requires
Dust.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a feeling oopsie whoopsie we did a fucky wucky in the keep again probably won't work out very well for us. Because it's just kind of like, wow, these
These people, when they talk to us, just die.
Yeah, like people have this strange habit of dropping dead around these outsiders.
Yeah, I mean that might start getting cutting pretty thin pretty quickly.
Okay, so do we have a new goal of locating diamonds?
Does that mean we're gonna go into the mines?
Oh fuck. Okay, we need to have a serious like table discussion about our priorities.
Okay.
We said diamonds, so
Yes, okay. So, okay, I'll try to go in chronological order here. Do we still care about getting the air quotes vaccine ingredients?
Nope.
uh,
We've established that this isn't a plague per se.
but it could be
Curse.
it could be a counter to the curse.
I sincerely doubt that.
Fugi, do you want to weigh in? Bubba?
I would say look for the ingredients after if you investigate Grand Qual or whatever, because it might be a counter to it, but
Mhm.
maybe get a little more information to make it 100%.
And do we even? I know we have some clues on some of the ingredients, but do we still even know how to get all of them?
If I remember correctly, there was one that we didn't know anything about, but I'd have to double check. Vessel Sparks list of ingredients. Okay, we know how to get spider silk. It was the Thrismarian salts that we had no idea, right?
No, they were in the keep. They were somewhere in the keep. They were
Yeah,
processed.
okay, right, they're in the keep.
Well, they're in this district somewhere. You're not sure where.
Mm,
That's the correction of that.
okay.
I know it's been a long time, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah,
They've been-
the other stuff we either have or know how to get.
So yeah, we could try to uncurse that guy, and they'll just be keeping an eye out for the other stuff too.
Okay, the thing is, though, is we don't actually know if that will, like, break the... We can assume it would break the curse, because we did see evidence of, like, a, spooky, like, black cloud, necklace thing. But we don't actually know if that is the fix until, Peacewood wakes up.
And it looks like her mind's broken. So it seems like the people that are targeted are also like their soul has been attached to that specific entity. So once they die, it's that entity takes their soul.
Yeah, I'm not sure if, like, this plan is something I want to figure out right away, or, like, to do right away until we get more information about Peacewood. But there's just something I have in the back of my mind that I've been thinking over. Okay, do we still care about the Fang and Claw in the ledger?
I mean,
And I asked this because I literally don't even remember what their side of the deal was. I'd have to go back and, like, watch old videos.
I think the whole point was if we were to adjust the ledger for them, they would then adopt us into their group. So then we would have some sort of protection in the black market while we go find the rest of our items.
So it doesn't even really matter.
Well, there is one caveat to that that I think you forgot about, and I know it's been so long, so I'll go ahead and remind you since you did remember most of it, Catus. One of the caveats is that they would also let you. They have they have personal effects of glinting blade
Right.
that they would let you look through
Okay.
if you manage to do this.
Okay. So, do we care about that?
Who was
I mean,
Glinting Blade again? Am I
Glinting Blade
already
was the guy that
messing
was working for our dad, and he
up? Oh yeah.
disappeared.
Okay.
It comes down to, do we care enough about that to prioritize that right now? Because, I mean, we do care about it. We need to figure it out. But is that the priority to solve what's going on in the town? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not even sure how we fake the books anyways now, with everybody being under the spell and the mountain of paperwork and all that. I'm not even sure how we accomplish that anyways.
There's always Ultimate Ninja Warrior.
Yeah, I think that might be what we end up doing. We have a general idea of where it's located, we think. We just have to, I would say, come up with a timetable of when and where Gasketbrook tends to be day to day.
Okay.
And we do have a timetable, or a time limit, because I told them it'd be about a week until supplies for the plague came from Tippleslow, and that was a fucking lie. And
There
I
are
think
no
we have like,
supplies.
yeah, we have like 5 days left.
Well, I think you said a week, give or take, kind
Yeah.
of. So, and they're probably understanding, probably thinking about it, understanding of a lenience of probably maybe 2 days.
And hey, we ran into bandits on the way to Dunreen, I seem to remember from the intro.
Yeah, I mean, it's a possibility. It just depends on how well guarded the caravan is and stuff. You guys were
Yeah.
kind of traveling by yourselves, so seemed like easy pickings.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we need to focus on ninja styling that ledger then as soon as possible.
Okay.
Maybe having to monitor everyone's movements and make an excuse of, I don't know, trying to make an excuse of asking their whereabouts or something because we're worried about the other noble.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm kind of just trying to use game time to come up with a plan for next time, which it basically maybe tomorrow in game we become more buddy with Grandpa, maybe like try to talk to him, and also see if we can glean some information about Gasketbrook. We're not going to be able to like ask anybody about him per se, but maybe we can, look with our eyes, listen with our ears, and come up with something.
All right. So
Sounds
my question to you. So maybe we won't have to go through this next time. What time were you planning on heading over to the keep?
Probably morning time? Like 11?
After
10?
breakfast?
Yeah, 11 or 10.
Okay. So a little bit before lunch then?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, you guys go through, have your long rest. Wake up in the morning. Um, anything you want to role play with breakfast, or you just go downstairs, have breakfast, and then come back upstairs, kind of planning your escapade and such. I'm just asking real quick.
Yeah, I don't have anything I want to.
I'm kind of the idea that considering what went on last night, the less said about it, the better.
Okay. Yugi?
I agree.
Okay. So you guys go downstairs pretty nonchalantly.
Yeah, you
go
want
have
to
your
make any
breakfast.
small talk about what's in your pants today, Fugi?
No, not today.
Okay.
Today. You guys go through, eat breakfast, return back up to your room for a while, discuss your plan.
Wait. What the fuck do we do with Snurby? I'm not doing this again.
I don't know. I think we should take her this time.
To the keep?
Yeah.
Maybe if there's like something shiny you can get, it'd be like Fantastic Beasts, and you can have your own little Niffler.
My God. Do we want to have somebody split off from the group to watch over Snurby by themselves?
I think if anyone should do it, it should be
Probably
Rhiennes.
me,
Yeah.
since she listens to me. Yeah, maybe I could go with Snurby to the mines and look for those diamonds. She's into shiny things.
Okay, so you're going to have to come up with a plan on getting you and Snurby to the mines.
Still have the paperwork, right? From the guards.
Doubt that'll work anymore with paperwork.
Oh.
Well, there's the... Okay, so here's the other thing. There's the back entrance that we dug with the help of the kobolds. There's an innate problem with that, which is that Snurby and those kobolds probably don't get along anymore. And the other thing is you're going to have to figure out some kind of situation with your disguise and stealth to get down into the black market.
No, I have my little item, don't I? From the dwarf guy. We each have our little item that we can enter without a collar.
Okay, but I guess
She's not wearing Dunreen guard regalia, which is what they would be looking out for. If that's what you're wondering, is like, oh great, she's wearing guard regalia.
Yeah. Well, no, my thing is like I don't want her to be seen leaving this area.
In the guard regalia.
Yeah, because well, okay, so I don't know if you should make this journey as Sophia or as Rhiennes. And
I could make another disguise. I don't know. A third person.
yeah, I guess like we just need to come up with a plan and weigh the pros and cons about it.
Yeah, because I don't want to leave the keep
Yeah,
as Sophia, that's for sure.
yeah,
But if I were to
we're in
leave
kind
the
of a
keep
weird
as-
spot.
Yeah. I mean, I could.
I mean, the only way any of this matters is you get seen anyway. I'm assuming you're gonna be like stealthing through and stuff like that, but
What I'm gonna do with Schnurby, we have to find a place for her to like work quietly and not be in a bag. Maybe we could be scouts, like stealthy and kind of look out while you guys are in the keep. I can keep an eye on the Peacewood Manor nearby with Schnurby.
I would say not necessarily the Peacewood Manor, but maybe focus your efforts on staking out Gasket Brook.
Yeah, I can do that.
Because he's in like a big tower, right?
Yeah. If I'm staking him out, then do I have to be Sophia then?
Probably not, because we don't want Sophia being seen sneaking.
Since Sophia's been made.
Sorry, what?
Since you and your Sophia's technically been made. Or not Sophia. No, sorry, not Sophia. Rhiennes been made.
Yeah, like Rhiennes has. We all have wanted posters, right?
Pretty much.
So I would have to be
a third identity.
I would have to be stealthy. A third identity, stealthy, and try to hide my face. And both me and Schnurby would be like kind of ninja style, like wandering around, keeping an eye on that guy and his schedule. And in the meantime, I'm gonna train Shinobi to steal from people.
Oh my god. Alright, whatever. Sounds like we have a plan. Fuck it.
I'm joking.
Alright.
Okay.
So I think we'll say after breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
I do some work with my disguise kit and proficiency to give Katos, I don't know what character name to call her, a disguise that she can leave the inn with and put on somewhere else after she leaves the inn.
Because I have a disguise kit too.
Oh, okay. Then it would probably be better if she rolled disguise kit and I rolled to help her. Does that work, Hesper?
Yeah, if you want a little bit of my DM input, it might be best while you guys are riding to the keep in the carriage
Yeah, sure.
to
I
apply
slip
it.
out.
Yeah, and then slip out before you get to the keep or whatever. Yeah, that in my opinion as a DM would be your best bet. I mean, I shouldn't be helping you guys like that, but I'm just
Hey, I think we just spent a long while laying all of our cards out on the table. We're cool.
yeah.
Yeah, because I've been wanting to have that talk of like, hey guys, what are we doing now that we have all this information?
All right. So we'll go ahead. Oh,
Forgot I had that.
I mean, yeah, you could technically do that, and you just have to cast it every hour. But you can
Oh,
cast
never
it
mind.
at
I'll do the disguise kit.
well, you can cast it at will, and it doesn't cost you a spell slot.
Oh, alright.
Yeah, it says cast itself at will without expending a spell slot. So you don't even have to use an action or a bonus action. You just do it.
And then I guess we can use a disguise kit roll for Shinobi.
That's up to you guys, unless you're just planning on keeping her in your backpack.
No, we've
No.
established this. She needs to run around and get that energy out.
All right. Well,
Okay,
I mean,
Hesper,
you guys.
can we say we still have the disguise where we had her in like a hooded cloak or whatever that made her
And
look
kind
kind
of
of like
pass
a
her off as a
person?
dragon.
Yeah.
Kind of pass her off as a dragonborn child or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Do we still have
I
that
would.
laying around? Do we want to like re-roll to apply it or?
Yeah, you'd have to re-roll to apply it, but
Okay.
I'd go ahead and give you an advantage on it because you kind of remember what it was.
Okay.
And if anybody questions, she's a young kid and she just is pretending to be a kobold.
Okay.
Jesus.
So I'm gonna say you guys eat your breakfast, go upstairs, plot your plan, call for the carriage, head out, get in the carriage, start riding in your carriage. Go ahead and roll me the disguise kit.
Is this dexterity?
Yeah, it'd be dexterity to apply it because you're using your nimble hands. 26. Yeah, I mean, it looks what you could basically imagine that a dragonborn child would look like if it was like extremely scrawny.
Extremely malnourished. Kept
Pretty
in a
much.
bag for most of its life.
Pretty much. Uh, you know, applying some makeup and stuff like that to make it like less kind of koboldy snooty and more dragonborn snooty. Like their snout and stuff and all that other stuff. But you're like, okay, I think this is pretty good. As you guys make your way over to the slowly to the town, to the keep. Um, Eventually, you guys, how far out did you want to get out of the carriage before making it to the keep, Rain?
When we get to the keep,
I'm saying, like, are you getting out before the keep, at the keep, what?
before the keep, like way before. I would say like a good 5-10 minutes before we reach the keep.
Okay, so you give it about a good 10 minutes before you reach the keep and get out. And like I said, the streets, and you wait for a point where there's no guards. Just kind of casually, you know, having Remy just kind of casually, slowly drive the cart. You guys are sitting here like possibly walk faster than this, but kind of have our ideas. So you managed to get out of the cart and out of the carriage with Snurby and into one of the back alleys pretty easily. As the rest of you make your way up to the keep, um, I would say as you guys are once again out in front of the keep. I'll go ahead and role play this a little bit. Um, as you guys approach the keep, there's you know kind of more commonly dressed of a person, giving a bow to the guards and turning on his heels and walking towards you guys, and seems to be looking at a sheet of paper and rolls the sheet of paper up and looks up and seems to be like, oh, kind of like, ah, like kind of like just kind of what I was looking for, as this person seems to approach um, both Rue and Remy outside of the carriage. What do you two do?
Say that again. I'm sorry. It cut off for me.
Oh, well, first of all, it's Rue and Remy. You're not there.
Oh, okay. Disregard.
Yeah. Like I said,
Hesper, we've got to be quitting soon. I'm falling asleep.
no, yeah, we are. I just wanted to do this one quick bit before we call it. Probably won't even take a couple of minutes. So
They said they've been just the person they've been for.
they look like kind of like aha, and they're walking up to you currently. You can definitely tell that they're walking up to the carriage. What do you guys do?
Howdy.
Yes. Howdy. Anywho, I bring a message for your lord.
Oh, yes. What is it?
Well, the Lord, Lord Peacewood, is sending a message to inform your Lord, Lord Mutual, that there's been some minor changes with Lady Peacewood. She seems to be, she's not conscious, but she seems to be muttering some words that once again don't seem to be making any sense to his lord, but he was asked to inform your lord if there was any change. And upholding and honoring his deal, I am therefore here.
Did he mention what she muttered?
No, he did not mention to me what she was muttering. I'm sure that would be if your lord is interested, a conversation between him and my lord.
All right. Thank you very much. I'll pass the message along.
Okay. He gives you a bow and proceeds on his way back to probably whatever he was doing beforehand.
And I'll let everybody know.
Okay. So with that information and outside the keep, I'll let you guys kind of digest that over the week and figure out what your plan is.
This session had a little bit of everything. I'm pretty happy with it.
It had
fun
suspense.
for the whole family.
It had suspense. It had drama. It had comedy. It had a murder mystery.
That was kind of our own creation.
Romance, cheese, and pants.
What?
Romance and cheese and pants.
Yeah.
We were kind of missing the romance.
I was very confused for cheese and pants for a second.
Remy,
Yeah. For his trouser snake.
His pants demon.
Not a demon. It's soft and fuzzy.
Anyways,
Sorry, Aster,
Yeah.
I interrupted you.
I had
So-
nothing.
yeah. Let you guys go ahead and digest that over the weekend, and we'll get back to it next Sunday.
So it's about Sunday. That's something I was going to bring up. So my dad called. He's on call on Thursday. So we're spending Thanksgiving on Thursday with Mom, Thanksgiving with him on Sunday. So I won't be able to come on Sunday. That's gonna be the
Okay.
problem.
Well, because you guys split up, I will actually probably need a separate, smaller session just with you, Katos.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay.
So you'll be able to do your thing. So we can probably still do the Sunday thing with the other three. And Bubba, you're still here, right?
I am.
You need to decide and let me know. And Katos, you'll have to let me know what times work good for you. But basically, sometime before the next time that you guys gather all back together, we'll have a smaller session. But Bubba, you need to decide: are you going to track down, the rest of the group, or are you going to track down Katiss's character?
You could come with
Okay.
me, Baba. Do it together.
Yeah, I'll go
And
with Kate.
okay, so yeah, you two will have to let me know what times work best for you. Any time except for Thursday, obviously, works fine for me. And we'll discuss when what would work good for you guys, and we'll try to get a small session that's just the two of you. I guess Aster, if you want to tag along and record it, you can.
Yeah, just let me know.
Yeah, we'll probably post it online and stuff, but I'm just
Okay.
going to divide it. I'm just going to divide it this way because I think it'd be easier to deal with two separate groups rather than one big group and trying to divide the time between two different groups.
Yeah.
Oh, I will
it is
say if
easier.
I'm getting involved in this, I can't do Friday night. I have another stream. Although I don't know if that's happening either.
Yeah. I mean, worst case scenario, I think I have whatchamacallit. I could just record my screen and then
Yeah.
just send you the video or something like that when we get done, Aster.
Okay.
It just won't be as fancy or whatever yours is.
Sure. We'll come up with something. We'll plan
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, we'll figure out this train wreck, but yeah. So you two just let me know when works good for you. I will see Fugi, Lonnie, and Aster definitely on Sunday. Bubba and Caddis either sometime this week or sometime before. I mean, if worse comes to, well, no, you really wanted that. We'll figure it out. But
Okay.
Being
yeah,
Thanksgiving this week, it might be difficult.
The
I'm just
whole crawl between Thanksgiving and the holidays is going to be a cluster.
yeah, I figured we'd have to be playing each week pretty much by ear. But I just need before the next group session a small session with you guys. I'm hoping it won't take too terribly long because it'll be smaller. You guys kind of have a specific thing and so on and so forth. Bubba, I'll have to roll out. I'll have to have you tell me what you do some rolls, and give you some information that you know. So yeah, we'll just have to go from there and try to figure out what's going on.
Okie dokie. All right. Good night, guys.
Take
Good night.
care.
Good night.
Night.
Good night.
I hope everybody had fun.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.